anything about buying a house, you better have you about 10, 20,000, or you ain't gonna be able to close on your house. I don't care if you got excellent credit. They still, unless you get into a program, you still gotta go in there at that closing table with some dollars in your pocket. And but that's irrelevant to what I'm trying to say though. But how many people you know make $55,000 or more? Exactly.
It's a lot
Everybody
of 30.
quiet.
It's a lot of 30 and 35,000.
Now
Maybe a couple of 40.
the people that I do know that make that or more than that, they not gonna want to live downtown Flint. They in Grand Blanc, they in Fenton, they in Flushing, the people that could afford it. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna get what are they still called millennials? I don't know what they call now, but you're gonna get these people that can afford it, and it's gonna look like downtown Detroit. You can't get an apartment downtown Detroit for less than $1,500 a month. And that's real small. That's like an efficiency almost. It's a studio apartment that I looked at
We
by
gotta
Wayne
lift our
State.
voices.
1 bedroom.
We gotta lift our voices.
So we got to pay attention to stuff. What is that called? What is that? What do they call themselves, Rich? I know it's I know the guy that's
Uptown
so
development.
no, not uptown. The ones that's going around sticking these apartments in every little crack and hole.
Community
Uh
first.
Community first. Don't get me wrong. I think that brother got a good vision, but I think the wrong people then got a hold of him because all of this available land here, why they only concentrating on a certain area? They only want the furthest north they gonna go is Dora Ryder.
That's the attack area.
That's it. That's the furthest north they gonna
That's the
go is
attack
Dora
area.
Ryder.
I think I think they mad. I guess give a shout out to Woodrow Stanley and and Floyd Clack. Was Mr. Clack.
All right, you
The
gotta
state
give a
rep,
shout out to
the state rep at the time for putting that university housing together. But we got to remember that wasn't built for us. That was built for the other people. But we all in there.
well, that was built to make us a college town, which is a good thing in a way, but you can't let gentrification come in and take over. You still gotta stand your
We got
ground.
that. We in there. It's that's
So
probably 95% black populated now.
So a lot of people was mad that council approved however millions it was to repair the bricks. But you got to think about it from an economic development standpoint. Our downtown, which is back to the bricks and the crim, that's how we eat. If we didn't have those two events in the summer, it'll be a whole lot more businesses shut down in Flint that already are. So that hotel was put down there. It wasn't put down there for us. It was put down there for tourists. It was put down there for where people come from Detroit for the back to the bricks to bring their nice fancy cars down here from the Woodward Cruise. They got a nice place to stay. Um, so I think that the bricks need to be repaired? Yes. I drive downtown. Yes. It's raggedy. Yes. I don't want my car tore up because I got to go pay a water bill or go to a city council meeting. Um, do I think there's some other things some other streets that money could have been put on to? Yeah. But I also understand politics. Certain money is only allocated for certain things. And if you don't use it, you lose it. So a lot of people, before you get to screaming and hollering, do your homework on why things are happening the way they're happening. But I still don't understand that Miller Road crap. I don't get it. I don't.
They putting millions of dollars in Miller Road left and right.
I
They
don't get
just, and they seem that Miller Road seems to qualify for everything we get money for. Anytime they
everything.
send some money to Flint, Miller Road qualify for it. A
Everything.
nice chunk of it every time.
And the part of Miller Road they did, they all the way down by Powers. They wasn't on the business section of Miller Road. They trying to appease them people who live in the Miller Road mansions. You know? So the only reason I knew is because I'm in the line trying to get my daughter to school at Powers and like, dang, why is traffic all backed all the way up? 2 miles to drop my kid off. Yeah, they fixing Miller Road. Oh, really?
Again.
For what? So a lot of things we just
That's
need
the
to.
area where they say they can drink water out their tap too, ain't it?
That's what Rich Beard said.
Man, fuck that area.
I don't
Damn,
know
they
how to
beat my,
put
hey,
it.
they beat my ass over there. I was on the police chase 3 years ago and shit. And they got my ass on Miller Road and shit, beat the shit out of me right there. What's that? Eisenhower? What's that school down the street from Powers? Yeah,
Yep.
hey, right there. Look, dog hit me so hard. He cracked my goddamn toenails and dragged me all across the pavement. That's when they was just doing the pavement. Matter of fact, before they took me to court, the next morning they had to give me another T-shirt because my T-shirt was full of pavement and blood. You know what I'm saying? They always doing shit over there, man. Yeah, Northside don't get shit, man. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
I
No
don't know
real
what you was
love.
doing, Terrence, but we just gonna say, at least you,
I,
I'm
I
glad
was
you. I'm glad you
I was
still here.
I would tell you what I was doing. I was throwing guns out the window. I ain't want to go back to prison. God damn it!
Well, that's why you
I
got
was.
your
Hey,
button.
they better be glad they caught me. I was in my slow ass van that day. If I'd have been in my Cadillac or my Magnum, they wouldn't have got me. But I led them
Hey,
motherfucker. Hey, look, I started on Chevrolet, ended up over there on Miller Road. They beat the shit out of me, though. But anyway, I said that to say this: when they got me over there, they was paving it in. That was back in 2014. You know what I'm saying? They always doing shit for over there, man. You
Well,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
and we can't have this conversation about housing and not mention Councilman Eric Mays and his dad. A lot of folks don't know. If it weren't for Woodrow and Daddy Mays, wouldn't be no Shiloh Commons. Those are some of the nicest
Yeah, but that's what Eric
townhouses.
told me. Yup, that's what he told me too.
They are some of the nicest townhouses, and they solid. I know people that live there. You can't hear the neighbors. Like some of these places, you paying $1,000 for, and you can hear the neighbors' conversation, or you can hear what they watching on TV. They was built solid, and your garage is in your house, so
solid,
solid. Now
solid.
I don't
I
know
done
who.
been there. I done been there.
Yeah, I don't know who managing it now, but Richard
Hey,
tell you they
when,
was tight out there. Your kids
listen,
better not be
I
outside
listen,
know who
listen.
managing it now.
Hey,
They
listen,
without
still
Dennis.
don't play.
Listen, when Shiloh Commons came, that was the place to be. North that on the north side, man. Like you said, you got your garage built into your house. You got two bathrooms in there. It's one of the nice right in the
two
middle of the
big
north side.
bathrooms,
Look, you. That's where you want to be at. You
the
want if you was
laundry
going.
room in your
That's
house.
yeah. That was one of the nicest projects ever on the north side. It's
Is the nicest. Ain't no one is the nicest.
It
you saying
is.
right
I
now.
don't know nothing
It's
else
They done
that's
solid.
tore
in
them up.
competition.
They done tore that shit up now.
Nah, Shiloh
No, they
not
ain't.
tore up.
They
Mm-mm.
They ain't.
still on point team money. They
Shiloh
still on point.
clean.
Oh,
I
okay.
I ride by there tomorrow and go live. Shiloh clean. You don't see no trash. Unlike Sunridge and a lot of places, that trash gonna be done. That they gonna make sure that the salt is
Hey,
down, it's shoveled.
that joint they built down there that replaced Oakview, nice too though. Right there on the corner, on the curve on Detroit Street. That's that's a nice little spot down there too though.
Where?
Right there in the
You
curve
know
on
where
ML King.
everybody be driving
Well,
off the road, he knocking
well,
the fence
Oakview.
down.
Remember where Oakview used to be at? Smokeview. Back in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
day, and we used to call it Smokeville.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, those are nice.
That's in
I know
your
Yeah.
somebody
hood,
used to
man. Of
live
course,
there.
that's Eric May. That's First Ward. Of course, you
Yeah,
gonna
Hey,
know that.
but
that's the first word. Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Shiloh
but
right up
they
the
not.
street. Shiloh Apartments right up the street from me.
Yeah, but
We
they
be we
nice. But they
we
only
we meet
got
at
one.
Riviera and
They
Inky
nice.
Dinky.
They nice, but they only got one car garage.
Yeah,
Shiloh got a two in it. That's bigger than a 2-car garage. Cause it 2 cars can fit in there, and you could still be in there kicking it. We done had
yeah,
many parties in them garages, Rich.
right, right.
Hey, me and Rich, me and Rich, me and Rich at the beginning of the water crisis, we said we was gonna get us a spot out there and make it the Honeycomb Hideout just for us. We was gonna have our own bachelorette pad. Boy, we had all kinds of ideas for Shiloh until we found out they ain't buying that out there. You will not be out there partying like a rock star. That lady said you better, if your kids outside, you better be outside with them,
Man,
or
you
you get
know
rolled
the
up.
the only problem I had with them is that they took their basketball rim down.
They had to, because of
Wasn't
the
nobody
neighborhood.
watching the kids.
The neighborhood. And ain't
Wasn't
nobody
nobody
gonna watch
watching
them
the
kids.
kids. Wasn't
Yeah.
nobody watching the kids.
But they had to, because Ray mama that live on the other end of Buick don't know where Ray is. Ray over there playing basketball, tearing down the net. So yeah, they had
Making
to.
all and they, basketball court bring hangers on it. That's
Got
why I
all the
love.
hang.
That's why I love working at Burston. It was not for the kids that were playing basketball, but it was for the kids that was off the street, that's sitting on, running around the building, giving me, hey kid, don't do that. Them was the, that's why I want Burston open up to the public. That's why I want top of the line game rooms in our community centers, not for the athletes. We know I like them. I don't have nothing against them, but hell, we got way more non-athletes than we have athletes, and we just need to face that and
Well,
embrace
it's
them.
a sad day though, because it's been enough pro. Do you realize, I think we number 1 or number 2 as far as pushing our pro athletes in the United States of America? Last I checked, we might be number 2 now, but at one
Per
point,
capita, we should be number one.
I know for a minute we was number 1. And that's a sad day in Flint, that we got all of these retired professional athletes and we don't have a decent rec center. It
Well,
should be modeled after the Joe Dumars Rec Center. It should be open 24 hours a day. Remember when we used to leave the Copa and go to U of M and watch y'all play basketball for 3-4 hours? We wasn't getting in no trouble because we in that gym. Jody, everybody, all the Doughboys off the streets at least for 5 hours because they at U of M balling. Now, they might have been gambling on the games, but
Shout out to Chopper Jody and Moon.
yeah, all of them.
Andre Wiley, what they here for, boy?
Man, them was the days. For real, for real. So, you know what I'm saying? And them cats still around. Yeah, Moon working. Moon got a nice job. Moon
Hey,
still Moon.
hey, shout out to Fat Me Greasy off Dayton Street. Shout out to Stutter the Tide, Big Tide, Mayberry off Baker Street. Shout out to what we got? Who else we got? It's a Big Skip and all them niggas down there.
Oh man, got it.
Who else?
Big
Who else we
Tide
got?
doing good too. Big Tide working, married, family
Hey,
man.
hey, shout out to all them, man. Them was, you know what I'm saying? That was them was the original niggas from down that way. You know
For
what I
real.
mean?
You
Yo,
can
shout out
walk
to all them,
in.
man.
If you would walk in U of M on a Friday or Saturday night, you saw Dave, Ma, everybody, Gordon Struck, even people wasn't playing. Like I said, the girls was just there because y'all was there.
Or you can catch them at the Copa.
Catch them at the Copa. We leave the Copa and you walk right on to U of M if you ain't had no car.
Everybody at the Copa. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker. Then the Copa fucked the game up when They put the narcos on the door, man. You was just running from this motherfucker. Then you go to the club. His same police you were just running from is at the front door.
They working. They
Yeah,
working.
you know what I'm saying? They moonlighting and
They
shit.
moonlighting. They
Yeah,
moonlight. We,
you was just running from this motherfucker.
we
Now
gotta
you go, now you try to walk right past the same motherfucker you just dipped on.
We
You
got to
know what
give a
I'm
special shout out to
saying?
Ray Furlow, Big Cheese, the Furlow family, because Big Cheese got a vision from him being out there in DC kicking it with his brother and them. He came back and brought something to Flint that Flint ain't had never seen and it ain't been able to be duplicated.
And they chased them out, and they chased us out of there downtown area.
Well, I know a little more to the story. Cheese never bought the building. That's what his first mistake was. He never bought the building. He was renting the building from that guy. And I want to say the guy got AIDS and got sick or whatever. Because remember, the Copa used to be the hottest gay club in Flint. And that guy rented that
Yeah,
club out
people,
to
hey, Gina, people don't even know that the Copal was a real all that downtown, all that shit right there, that joint across the street, that was all gay and college shit.
It wasn't
College,
nothing to see.
college kids, that was all college kids and gay nights. That's all that was
Yeah,
down there. That's all it
Flint,
was.
downtown
But
Flint
but
used to be
but niggas,
jumping.
hey, but niggas turned that into what they turned it into. Niggas start going down there, and then the Copa became legendary. You know what I'm
It
saying?
became legendary. And
Yeah.
if you remember, this how you know the guy still owned it. Because no matter what, every night after the club was over, they was still gonna play that white song at the Copacabana. Every night. I don't care if the drop concert's just in. You still gotta hear this dumbass song as
That's
you walking out the building.
that's what I was gonna ask. That's what I was gonna ask you. If Cheese wanted to buy the Copa, could he have bought it? Would they have allowed him to buy it?
That's the question, Rich. Was they gonna allow him to buy it? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm old and my brain ain't really what it used to be, but I was around back then, and I want to say the guy tried to offer it to Cheese. Don't quote me on this. So anybody know Cheese or Gore might want to fact check me. But
Oh, we
I
we
think,
gonna do an interview with him.
yeah,
I
I,
got
I
his
want
number.
to say that they offered it to him, but at the time, I don't know if it was the liquor. It was something to it why he didn't buy it. But
Probably the liquor license. And
it probably was.
you know they probably wasn't gonna sell them. That you know that they wasn't gonna give Cheese no liquor license.
Or what they did probably was inflate the price so much, something that they knew he wouldn't be
He
able
couldn't
to
afford
obtain.
it.
Because
And
don't
then
get
you
me,
gotta add the liquor license with that. The liquor license definitely played a part in that.
yeah. I mean, I tell people when I travel and
I
speak,
don't know nothing about it, but
hey,
you know from your family experience in liquor license
exactly. I say,
that
yeah,
they
anybody who know
wasn't
my
giving that
story,
man no the liquor license played a
yeah.
factor in that.
Well, it's the same thing Uncle Larry going through with his building, So I'm gonna just say that she should have bought the building in the beginning before the guy got sick and other people start putting their hands in the pan. So I think if once she saw it was successful that first year, I don't know. She's a smart guy. He might have tried to buy it from the guy, and the guy
That
wouldn't
liquor
sell it to him.
license, man, I'm trying to tell you
Yeah.
that liquor license has something to do with it, man. I promise y'all.
But that's a good show to have
We're
and have Cheese and them on here and talk about what
definitely
happened with
gonna do
that.
that. Definitely
Because
gonna call him tomorrow.
Because for real, if you think about it, back then, enough people had money to put in and make sure that Cheese could lock that
There
down.
you got that crab in the bucket scenario.
Yeah,
That
and
was
look,
in Flint then too. It's just
look,
not as
look
bad as
what,
it is now.
look what's at that corner now.
TV5 News.
Yeah. So look what's at that corner now. It's basically some grass and news.
TV5 News took over that. Took over our man.
Now
Hey,
somebody just opened a new club downtown, and I gotta check it out and give a review on it. So let's see. Cause I heard it's supposed to be real nice. We might have some competition for the Copa now, but I haven't seen anything that could even
but
step. next to
But the
what Cheese
violence,
did with that.
and then let me say something about that. I don't. I was a bad boy, and I hung around bad men. We wasn't doing no dirt going
No,
down to the Cobra.
nah,
And in fact, to be honest, if it was a scrap, it was women fighting
I was gonna say most of the fights was outside in front, and it would be
and
women.
women and
But
women. We didn't. And that's when you had your top dogs, your undertakers, your BBIs, your gamblers,
shout out to all of
all,
them. Every time I
all
see
kinds,
any of them,
all kinds of games. And
shout
we
out to
wasn't
all of
we
them.
No,
wasn't
no,
banging
hell no.
downtown.
No, Rich, that wasn't that era. Hell
That
no.
was before. That was after
That was
the top
afterwards,
dog.
nigga.
We
That was
was
like the
listen,
start of the
listen,
90s,
Top
nigga.
dogs
listen.
was Rolex.
Top Dogs
But
was in the
you
80s.
gotta
Top
remember.
Dogs was in the 80s.
But listen,
That was
we
the 90s.
still freakers that building.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Those same people in those games and those same attitudes, because most of our attitudes didn't change until they served their prison time.
Well, let me put this out here,
We
cause y'all
wasn't do and the new wannabes, they wasn't down there causing havoc.
y'all a little older than me, so let me put this out there, cause this something that I ask all the time. What happened? We sitting here talking about how we grew up. I'll be 49 in about 2 weeks. We talking about how we grew up, and I just so happen to have a really good memory. A lot of this stuff with Top Dogs, and them, I was 4 and 5 years old. I was kindergarten, first grade. I was going to Pierce. But I had older cousins that hung with them, lived next door to them, and stuff like that. So, but what happened? We sitting here talking about how awesome of a childhood we had. We got some OGs that's in their 50s, early 60s. What the hell happened to their kids and grandkids? Why do we
Talking
got
like
clowns? I just took my mom some medicine and I'm on Flushing Road. And I'm going like the speed limit, what, 35 on Flushing? I'm going like 37. This little young dude, I guess I wasn't going fast enough. In one of them dang on Dodges, I ain't gonna say the name, but you know what I'm talking about. He come from behind me, vroom, 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 flying down the turning lane. He didn't just go around me. I'm going too slow. I guess everybody else going too slow. To hell with that. He just gonna go up the turning lane doing like 80. All I saw was rocks and dust and shit.
they changed the rules. The rules went from 2 miles an hour so everybody sees you, super speed so they don't know what kind of
Man,
car
we
you
used to ride
driving.
around Flint
You
going
don't
so
even these
slow.
cars going so fast you don't even know what color they is.
We had fast cars, but we wasn't dogging them out.
We
The
was
only
two
cars,
miles an hour.
the only cars you drove like that back then was fiend cars. You wasn't driving your car like that.
2 miles an hour.
Man,
We was
leaning so
cruising.
far
I
down,
know
all
me.
you see is the top of your head.
Man,
Shout
I
out to
have
the
a
dope.
hard time
Shout
getting
out
on
to
the
the dope
highway
fiend
now. I was a
cars.
cruiser. I
Shout
was
out,
a big
hey,
body cruiser.
hey, shout out to the dope fiend rims.
There's correct. But I'm telling the truth, ain't it? Did nobody do their car like that?
No,
I'm gonna
hell
go.
no. You ain't dogging your car, your mama car. You dog them dope fiend cars up.
I'm finna take this dolphin car, teach my little sister how to drive in it, all types of shit.
Hey, hold up. Shout out to Greg Jones. I remember my
Yeah,
cousin. Look, I remember my cousin Greg, right? You remember the security guard up at Choice? Greg is always running his car and shit. That motherfucker, he's always running shit. It was an escort, I think. He's always had that
the
motherfucking car,
white
man.
Y'all was
escort.
bad.
The white
Y'all was
escort.
bad.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
white
Y'all was
escort.
selling to the educators. Y'all was bad. Y'all was bad. Come on, I'm just gonna
Shout
be
out to
honest.
Greg
I ain't
Jones,
gonna
man.
sugarcoat that. Y'all was
Man,
bad.
man,
Y'all was bad.
that Greg. But I got off subject. But yeah, I really was talking about, what happened. I'm looking at even me. I look at some of my nieces and nephews. They so disrespectful. and they so angry. And I'm like, what the hell is you so angry about? And why are you so disrespectful? You've been taken care of.
Society.
You ain't have to cut no grass every 5 minutes like we did. You ain't have to walk to school
Gina,
because your mama didn't
Gina,
have no car.
hold on. Let me cut in for a minute. Think about this: Roots versus Snowfall.
For real.
Roots versus Snowfall. What the hell?
Yeah,
The movie Roots
yeah.
versus
I
the
know. I know.
movie
You're talking
stuff.
about that.
Yeah.
That's comparing apples to oranges. That ain't the same.
No. Well, that's what we got now. Apples to oranges. We
Oh,
got
okay.
people that was resistant and ready to stand up and march and tear it up as a unit, to all of these individual terrorists running around our city.
I just don't
No
understand what happened.
Superfly. We're
I really don't.
highlighting. We're listen to the music.
You know what happened, Gina? The goddamn internet happened.
Yeah.
The social media happened, man. Like my son. My son's 7 years old, right? Man,
Mm.
ever since the motherfucking, well, not the first day. Well, I just say ever since he turned a year old, he been had that cell phone in his hand, man. They chipped, man.
Yep. You
He
right.
don't even
You
watch.
right.
Look, he don't even watch. He don't even watch regular TV. He watch
Nope.
YouTube. You don't watch
Nope.
regular TV. That should be
You
making me mad as hell. He
you
be,
right.
let me watch. Let me put it on YouTube, Dad. That's all he watches. Fucking YouTube, man. This generation, they don't know nothing about no Saturday morning cartoons. You know what I'm
ABC
saying?
Schoolhouse
They don't
Rock.
know nothing about that shit,
They,
man.
they don't know nothing. Man, listen. They wouldn't put our rap songs on the radio because we was like F the Police. Uh, this is your brain on drugs. Crack killed Apple. Man, we was
Oh
trying to
man.
tell people to get their life together, and now they giving Grammys because they pimps. And
Shout out.
the number one song around, man, it hurt me so
Shout out
bad
to
when the number
shout
one
out
song.
to my homie Kelsey Allen. Oh my goodness. That dude, he was the first one to have that NWA tape that morning. I don't know. He must have broke in Nick's house or something and got that motherfucker. He got Kelsey pulled up
See,
in that
Terrence, you got
Trans
my
Am.
sister cousin.
Man, Kelsey pulled up in that Trans Am.
That's my
I want to
baby.
say it was him and it was Lil Willie. Uh, Willie was with him. Man, they pulled up at Central that morning. Now these niggas ain't going to school. But they there when the bus get there. They already there. Parked in front of Central. Boom, boom. All you see is them doing it. I'll give them a shout out. They taught me the game. So from that point on, since my granddaddy knew Nick, man, we in Nick's that night. Nick said, you help open the boxes, you can have one. I'm gonna help open and set them up where you want them. So that's how I got my first I had New Edition first. I had Run DMC first. I had all that shit first. But shout out to Nick's tapes. Yeah, I wanted to get that little tidbit on Kelsey.
Hard times are coming to your town, so stay awake. Dumb man, they didn't want us hearing that music.
I had
But
a
they
bus
love,
driver.
look, listen, Gina.
Huh?
Look. What was your admiration when you was in high school? What was your admiration to be versus what now you got all these girls want to grow up to be strippers and turning around taking
Well, see,
pictures with
that's
their
why
butt all in
that's
the
why I'm
camera?
putting it out there to
Wasn't that
y'all.
wrong? Wasn't that wrong with strippers, nigga? I
Nah,
lived in a titty bar, nigga.
nah.
What the hell you talking about?
That's
Nigga?
But
why I'm putting it out
it
there to
wasn't like
y'all
it
as
is now,
men know
Terrence.
It ain't what you
It
do.
was
Look, it ain't what you do. It's how you do it.
how you do it.
That's right.
No, but
well,
Rich, that's why I
it's
put it out there.
I
But
got
let
a
me say
problem
this
with how
about
they
a
do it.
stripper. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you something about a stripper because I know a lot of them. Most of them smart as hell. Secondly, most of them they doing it because they ain't got no guidance, and they yearning for the attention. They yearning for something. And that's the best way. If you a thrill seeker and attention grabber, that's the best rush you can get is to get up on that stage where you outside, niggas don't look at you, don't pay you no attention. You get on that stage, they drooling, they dreaming about you, and they giving you their whole GM check. So I don't talk down on the strippers.
Me neither.
Now,
I'm
now what
not
I
talking
do,
down.
But what I don't like is once they come out that life, they don't leave that stripper mentality back there, and they try to use that stripper mentality over here on this side with us green civilians, and that would be pissing me off. Now I ain't about that. I'll check a whole stripper, ex-whole stripper in a minute about that. You take that old slick shit back over there to Club Onyx. What was the one I spent all my money in Miami? But anyways, yeah, you take that mentality on back over there. Yeah, that part. So yeah, in my other life, my ex, he had a gold card, a black card for all of the titty bars in Detroit. So I done got to freak with all of them. Then we went to Miami. I guess it's like having a card at the casino. You're known everywhere. This little black card got us in Ace of Dime, get you anywhere you want to go, and you're going to get VIP service. That's how these niggas was tricking so hard. So, but anyway, we was growing up. I saw people
Hey, Gina.
Huh?
Hey, Gina, this is a PG channel. We can't use that word tricking on here.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
But I grew up. We saw people like we saw people like Daryl Campbell and all of them. We was like, "Oh, they the bad guys." We weren't trying to grow up to be like them.
Hey, Gina, remember words like truck chasers, sack chasers,
Oh, man.
what was that other shit? Sack chasing boots. Man.
Oh man.
The big dolphin earrings. The big dolphin earrings with the bobs.
So our next show, I want to do this next show with Gordon Strosian. Cause boy, I think Gordon called me and
Come on, Gordon. Yeah, go send Gordon an invite out for the next show. Come on in, Gordon.
I'm gonna call Gordon tonight. We're gonna put Gordon on the next show. Cause he swear he the representative for men. So he loved Kevin Samuels. And boy, that Gordon is so hard on those women. But yeah, I think we need Gordon on here to talk about some of that stuff y'all talking about. He will enlighten you.
Shout out to Gordon.
But yeah, we grew up. We knew who the bad guys were, but we wasn't growing up trying to be like them. Hey,
watch your mouth. No, I did. I wanted to be like Juice. I want to be like Juice.
Nah, let me tell you who I wanted to be like when I was growing up. It used to be a black lady worked for Channel 12 News. Her name was Liz Daly. That was the most pretty lady to me. She looked like Jane Kennedy and Diana Ross if they had a baby together. I wanted to be on the news so I could be pretty like Liz Daly. I would love to know where she is now. But yeah, that's what I wanted to do. My aunt was a pharmacist. But before she became a pharmacist, she was going to FAMU. And I went down there to FAMU homecoming to visit her, and I was like, "Oh, hey, shit, this one I want to go to college." She was dating a baseball player, played for the Toronto, whatever the baseball. So I was
Blue Jays.
I wanted to come up like that. My aunt came home for spring break. This dude then brought her a sock. Sack chasing, that's a whole nother level of sack chasing. We ain't talking about going to Roglins no more.
They don't know about those sobs. Those sobs was the shit.
About that kind of sack chasing. We ain't going to Roglins or Man Alive.
Hey, you know what the shit was? A sob or a Jetta. Remember a Jetta?
Yeah.
Goddamn, that was the shit. Them was the cars, man.
Oh, nah. When you get Gordon them out here, ask them about them Honda Supers. Woo! All the dope boys in the D was rolling them Honda Supers in the 80s.
Yeah.
I gotta check out of here. My grandson woke up. Y'all know my voice is crazy.
Hey, man. Hey, Gina, we enjoyed you, man. We're going to do this again. We're going to have your boy. Make sure you reach out to your boy.
Hey, listen. You got to go live on Facebook tomorrow. I got to go live on Facebook tomorrow. And Terrence, we got to get with you and do another show tomorrow. We got to try to get the buses packed on Tuesday.
Hey, not only get the buses packed on Tuesday, we want to make it where these buses packed every time. Like I said, I used to have a Rolodex. Let's start that. If you want to be a part of what's going on,
every Tuesday.
If you want to be a part of what's going on, making a change, I don't care if you don't like Eric Mays and you don't like this and that. We ain't even got to talk about Eric Mays. Does anybody know with me, what I do when I come to the event? I'm coming there to put in work. That's right. We ain't doing that. We there to get a job done. So don't think because who I vote for, you can't get on the bus with us. You more than welcome to get on the bus, regardless who you voted for. You gonna eat with us, you gonna kick it with us, and then you gonna send you back home so you can vote for who you want to vote for.
Hey, together we stand, Flint, divided we fall, man. Y'all heard it right here on Flint After Dark.
Another Flint artist, man. Rock Diva. We got talent, y'all.
We gotta take it back. We gotta take the city back. Paralyzed by falling dreams, we self-medicating. Bottle water solutions. The kids have no vision. They taking all the schools away, but they steady making feelings. But we gon' make it all the way, because we kicking in the building. Take it back. We gotta take it back. We gotta take the hood back. Take it back. Take it back. Take it back. We gotta take it back. We gotta take the city back. When you're under pressure, city demons can take your mind like no other. Hey, you gotta have control, even when it's hard and you're all on your own. Hey. All up in your city, product of your environment, and the city of got the bedrock diva on this track, yeah. It's city demons in my city, yes indeed it is. Got the crabs in the buckets and the haters working every day. It's systematic shit, we gon' make it anyway. Take it back.
Yo, this Flint in review with Gina Lester, Rich Jones. We out this bitch. Peace.
You gone crazy.
You are now tapped in with the most realist and controversial show on the net. Flint After Dark Podcast. We speak for the street. We speak for the street. Yeah. You are now tapped in with the most realist and controversial show on the net. Flint After Dark Podcast.